the game, but a bit later, and by the time those rocks actually play into the game, you mostly have enough to defend it if you're in a good position.
Yeah,
Barracks going down for Diestar, and
now another cool thing about this map is it's really easy to take your high yield, as it is very close to your base, because there is a high yield there, there is a high yield there, and there's pretty much a high yield outside of the bases of all the spawn points. Now the thing about the high yield is the fact that there's a few different points of attack. You can get tank dropped right here on the top ledges. You can also get attacked from the back and from the front, because there is a giant area that forces can just amass. So with that in mind on this map, we'll see how soon the high yield comes into play, since there's so much opportunity for high yield minerals, and that could lead to a very fast 200-200 battle.
Yeah. Cadmium getting his second gas earlier than Diestar, but Diestar is getting his factory before Cadmium, so we should see some very interesting harassment options that are open for Diestar. I'm wondering whether he's going to go for the Banshee play or the Blue Flame Hellion or anything like that. Cadmium getting his factory, it's a bit later than Diestar's, but it's actually normal timing, just because he didn't get his gas first. And Diestar knows where his opponent is, but it's going to be a bit tough making it up that ramp. Actually, it might not be tough, because really. Cadmium only has one Marine.
Now,
he didn't produce his second Marine.
If the Marine moves forward to engage that SCV, then it'd be tough, but it looks like that's not going to happen. Oh, and look at that. Diestar's not even going to push up the ramp. He decides to save his SCV for a later date. Now look at this. We've got the 1-1-1 build in effect from Diestar, as he has placed down the one barracks, one factory, and one starport here, and he will lift off the factory for this to trade with the starport, so the starport can go on that tech lab, and we can get some Banshees in play.
Yeah, that actually Diestar actually got a load of information just from seeing that one Marine. He knows that there's no other Marine production. But Cadmium going for a very interesting thing. He's going to go for the Blue Flame Hellions off of two factories, and this is very risky play, because once those Banshees come out, it's going to be very tough to actually do a lot of damage with those Hellions, because those Hellions are going to hit later than the Banshee, and there's not a lot to defend his base right now. He's just getting starport, but that Banshee is going to hit much earlier than that starport, and I think it's going to spell almost certain death for Cadmium.
Yeah.
In the income tab, we see that Diestar is ahead by one SCV. He managed to save that SCV because all he wanted to see was, how many Marines do you have? He knows something fishy is going on just by seeing that one Marine and not more Marines, because by then there should have been two Marines. Now Cadmium opting for two starports, and I'll tell you something, that is very bad for him. That's very bad for his health, because you know what? You can't support two factories and two starports and a barracks off one base. He has decided, I'm going to go for the Banshees. But you know, I'm going to go for the Banshees as well. But you know what? Diestar spotted these Hellions, and he's done a bit of damage to them. And he's placing a bunker, but this is going to be big. How much damage can he do? Is he going to lose all those Marines? Yes, he is. Is the Banshee going to be out in time?
Well, there's
a Hellion out.
This will be the second
Banshee.
My there's a Banshee currently inside of Cadmoim's base, but Cadmoim doing some heavy damage to that probe line, evening out the score here. Let's take a look. Workers killed 14 and 14. Now Diestar is up to 15, because he does currently have this Banshee in here working on the line. But look at this, the SCVs had to move off, and that is bad news for Cadmoim, because now he is not able to place do any mining. And because he's not able to do any mining, he's just losing on. He's getting way behind on his economy, way behind on his build, way behind on his game in general. Now Diestar has this still has this Banshee around at 40 health. What's going on, man?
Yeah. Finally, Cadmium gets a Viking, but it's a bit too late. It's very late to the party, man. Now, Diestar actually moves in with his own two Hellions, and you know what? There's nothing other than those two Vikings that might protect those workers. And they're late in landing. Oh my God, those are slow reactions right now. And those SCVs going for the turret. Hopefully he's going to protect them. That's what he wants. And that's what he's gonna get. But you know what? A lot of SCVs are dead. There are only 5 workers for Cadmium.
No.
That is less than you have when you start the game. Diestar
is...
going for his expansion. He's not taking any chances. 5 workers or not, I'm gonna actually play a macro game. So it's 20 workers to 5, and this is looking awful for Cadmium. There's a Banshee in the back of his base, and there's another Banshee coming in for a 2-pronged attack.
Now they do have Cloak as well, man. That's an important thing to note because there is nothing... Yeah. Well, there is a Raven.
There's a Raven, but the Raven can't be in 2 places at once.
That's right.
And you know what? While he's moving away, the Raven moves away, and there's a Banshee in Cadmium's mineral line. He's back to 5 workers again, man. Diestar's just gonna kill as many workers as he can. Oh my god, this is looking bad for Cadmium.
It is looking very bleak for him as well. Definitely. Diestar laying down his command center, his Commandtion, or command center expansion, if you will. And we do see the barracks here, the 3rd barracks from Diestar as well, as him switching the places with the starport for the Tech Lab support on top of his one of his barracks there. Now it looks like he is upgrading the coveted Stim Pack finally and getting out some Marauders, and he's going to go in pretty mean here as there are 4 Hellions coming in right into Diestar's base, but Diestar will be able to defend. He does have a tank, a Raven, and some Marines and a Marauder out.
And a Marauder.
Yeah. But look at that. Nice move there. Those Hellions get right through the line.
But they're not killing much.
Diestar's not really moving his SCVs out of the way. He says, you know what, whatever. A couple will lose their lives, but I'll be fine. And speaking of, he has 21 SCVs compared to Cadmium's, or Cadmium. His, SCV count is up to 9.
Yeah.
But we do see Diestar moving out now with tanks, Banshees, Marauders, Marines, and a Hellion as well as a Raven to back them up. Now let's see, does that Raven have enough?
Right now.
The Raven does have enough for a point defense drone. But you know what? There's really nothing to defend against this because Cadmium only has 1 Banshee, 2 Vikings, and a Raven. So it looks like this could be a walkover right here as they just attack move right into his base. No siege tank tech or anything because it is not necessary. A point defense drone and a couple of turrets go down by Diestar here, and it looks like Diestar is going to go ahead and pull the GG.
Yeah, he should just GG right now. Wow, I'm actually amazed by how much he's fighting this. He's going to try and do something, and I'm not really sure what it is. He might just be in shock right now. There's the GG, finally.
So that with that being said, the GG is called. Diestar takes the win, moves forward in the Go4SC2 Cup. And you guys, we've got a